Dick Van Patten has spent a lifetime moving audiences with his sincere, heartfelt performances. He graced the footlights of Broadway, appeared in over 20 feature films, and most notably captured our hearts as Tom Bradford, the father of the popular family television show, 8 is Enough.
Valentine's Day is a day when we express our affection to others. Sincerely is much too formal. Now put something else.
Okay.
Nicholas, you can't put this.
In the late 1920s, Broadway was New York's crown jewel. A newlywed young couple, Richard and Josephine Van Patten, shared a passion for theater, and each Friday night they would take the subway from their home in Queens to see a Broadway show.
They saw a play in 1928 called Showboat, and that made them fall in love with the theater.
On December 9th, 1928, the couple had their own production, a child, Richard Vincent Van Patten Jr. He was a beautiful blonde baby with a cherubic face, and Josephine dreamed of seeing young Dickie on Broadway one day.
Don't knock stage mothers. My mother was an aggressive, pushy stage mother, and because of that, I've had the best life anybody could have.
Josephine brought her son to John Robert Powers, the most famous modeling agency at the time.
As soon as I was 7 years old, my mother got me on that subway, took me up and down Broadway, knocking on agents' doors and producers, and she got doors slammed in her face. When I think about it, I owe it all to her. Anyway, she was terrific.
In 1935, Josephine's dream came true when at age 7, Dickie got his first role on Broadway. Then in 1941, his role in The Lady Who Came to Stay earned him the equivalent of a Tony Award. For years, he was the most popular child actor in New York, appearing with legendary actors and actresses in 27 Broadway productions, including 3 Pulitzer Prize-winning plays. As a late teen, he took to calling himself the more grown-up Dick Van Patten.
And then I get an audition to go that Alfred Lunt and Lynn Fontanne had just done a play in London called Love and Idleness. So I go to the audition and they get rid of everybody and they tell 3 of us to stay and wait for Miss Fontanne, because we read for Lunt and John C. Wilson, and now Miss Fontanne was going to come down and see the 3 that they thought were the best. And guess who the 3 were? I was 1, Roddy McDowell was 2, and Marlon Brando was number 3. It's a true story. Anyway, the 3 of us read, and I got the part, but...
In 1948, Dick became one of America's first beloved television characters when he ventured into the golden age of television as Nels on the primetime show I Remember Mama.
Well, I'm doing I Remember Mama. The director of the show is a terrific director, Ralph Nelson. So when our rehearsal is over, Ralph and I stay there, we wait. At 1 o'clock, the June Taylor dancers come in, and all of a sudden they all come in their tights and their black stockings. Oh, they look so cute. One little blonde comes in. I said, Ralph, look at that little blonde. She's a knockout. He said, yeah, she's cute. I said, cute? I said, I would marry her tomorrow. He said, that's a stupid thing to say. You don't know what kind of a person she is. I said, who cares when they look that good? What's the difference?
He came over to me and he said, hi, I'm Dick Van Patten. And I said, hi, I'm Pat Poole. We were in the 8th grade together.
Dick Van Patten and Patricia Poole were married in 1954 at the Actors Chapel in New York, and soon thereafter had 3 sons, Nels, Jimmy, and Vincent. In 1958, I Remember Mama went off the air as the times changed to gritty realism and most of the television industry moved out west to Hollywood. Reluctant to move from New York, Dick did whatever he could to make money. That all changed when in 1969, the 40-year-old actor was cast in 2 one-act plays called Adaptation Next. The show went to Los Angeles for an 8-week run, and Dick took his family on an extended vacation. He was getting so much work that he decided to stay. His comic flair and expressive face nabbed him roles in films such as Mel Brooks' High Anxiety.
I got to get out of here. I'm trapped. I feel like I'm caught in a web.
Spaceballs.
Right, everyone starting on the left foot.
Daddy, that's your right foot.
It's too late, keep going.
And Robin Hood Men in Tights.
We're men in tights.
Hello, Abbott.
Good morrow.
Hey, Abbott! I hate that guy.
He was most recognizable from his work in television. Beginning in 1970, Dick was cast in several sitcoms, including The New Dick Van Dyke Show and Mel Brooks' When Things Were Rotten.
Eve begat Abel, Ruth begat Isaac. Isaac begot Hayes. Sarah begot Vaughan. Vaughan begot Monroe. There's a lot of begots in here, Robert.
His fame reached new heights when in 1976, ABC cast him in the poignant 8 is Enough.
Kilpatrick, Miss.
Oh, Bradford. Mister.
$40 a day is my rate. I hate living by the clock. I won't disappoint you, Mr. Bradford. I'm very good at what I do, and I always give my customers their money's worth.
I heard of door-to-door. Look, miss, this is a nice neighborhood.
Do you want me or not?
I asked him, I said, Dad, well, you know, you could live anywhere. You've been very successful with 8 is Enough. He picked Sherman Oaks because it's right in the middle of both racetracks in the Los Angeles area.
I'm only one of the loves of his life. The other one is the racetrack. He's always loved the racetrack. And he used to say to me, well, I don't go every day. I only go 5 days a week, and the other 2 days I'm spending with you. It took me 20 years to realize they're closed for 2 days for the week. I didn't know.
This talented, seasoned thespian is still the most jovial person in the business, and he continues to live his life with happiness, a real lovable, entertaining star of the valley.